What's happening? What's happening? We're here. Want to give a wave?
Hi.
That's DM. She's the younger one.
I can see that.
She's got her horsey. She believes she's a
Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning, sir.
Who's that? Do you know that guy right there? Who's that guy?
Hey, Dee Dee.
Uncle Jason.
She remembers me.
She does remember you. I think we're going to see Uncle Jeff tomorrow, actually. He's going to be in Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
Family reunion of sorts, I guess. You know what I mean?
Is he passing through for business?
He's passing through for his daughter. I'm not going to dox her. His daughter wants to go to a concert here. So they're going to be going to a concert and they're staying. I told him where to stay. Well, I told him about where to stay. And so we're going to go visit him. He hasn't met the girls before. So pretty cool. Yeah, I think mommy's sending those back to Amazon. Let's not open them. I hit them,
awesome.
but it's not.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are getting together.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Dom, hey.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm in my car in my garage because my whole family's asleep and we're having like a crazy windstorm right now, so I can't just be chilling outside like I normally am. So this is my office.
I didn't even notice, and I should have noticed and be like, oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. He's in his car. I wonder why. Guys, I'm always curious. I like these like random facts. Can I start a random fact for Thanksgiving for you guys?
Yes.
If
Wait,
you said
do we all have to have one today, or are you talking about just like every Thanksgiving one of us shares?
You just got to show up with your coif and just look good.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, and then you can act incredibly impressed. You can act incredibly impressed, and what you can do is you can even hop on X over there and just give a little bit of a repost to our current live. That would be great.
Done.
Go do it. I gotta say those things more often. I always forget to, because like I feel like we're not here for the validation as much. Anyway, neither here nor there, guys. I was incredibly surprised to find this. I didn't know this about Thanksgiving here, at least Thanksgiving here in the US. Thanksgiving was once a fast day. I didn't realize that. Do you guys know that?
Well, no.
I did not know that, but I like
you're supposed to fast and then enjoy the Thanksgiving meal, or it was never a meal?
I'm going to read this verbatim. Instead of feasting, the first settlers in America often observed Thanksgiving with fasting and prayer, which I don't like. That is incredibly surprising to me. I don't even know the source of this right now, to be completely honest. Like, this could be, I'm not going to say that. It's not going to make it exciting. But I mean, like, when you go back to everything that you learned, it's always like the Indians and the Pilgrims like bringing food together at the table, right? And so it wasn't until later, and it was influenced by harvest celebrations, the tradition evolved into the feast we know today. This seems completely wrong to me. You guys have to agree to that. You guys double check that?
Sorry, you want us to fact check that it was a fasting day or that it was a feasting day?
If you're gonna show up, I need you to be reposting and fact checking.
I'm reposting on all my socials right now, Ryan. I'm even adding some custom text to the top of it, so it doesn't look like I'm just reposting like an NPC.
No, it's all good. Oh, and by the way, just a shout out for Jason. Jason's art got a great shout out. His business, his painting, his portrait business, pet portrait business, got a shout out. You were interviewed, right?
I was interviewed. I was very thankful to share a little bit about what I do. I don't even know where they found me. It's called Voyage Denver, but it's cool. It's like an entire site of just people that do cool shit in the area. And it's all different and it's all random and nothing's the same. And I was really thankful to be included amongst the people that I would normally look at and be like, man, they do cool stuff. You know?
Yeah, dude, congratulations. I think that's awesome. I hope that gives you some momentum. I know it's always been like this like side little project. Okay. When I was saying Jason's business, I was going to say Jason's little business. And I purposely didn't want to say little because that's I don't like that. That's like, why is it little? It's not little. I was saying it just because more if it's like a side thing, but no, this, I'm hoping it gives you momentum to keep advertising.
Yeah, there is some momentum. I like that. I enjoy, I feel a little bit of fire beneath my butt.
Sometimes it's hemorrhoids, depending on the age. Sometimes it's hemorrhoids.
It is hemorrhoids, but it's like, okay, what can I do with this? What's the next step? How do I?
Dom, do you do advertising?
No,
you don't.
I mean, I'm bad at it. Like I feel like every time I jump on like my once a week social session, I feel like there's something different. It's like I realized yesterday that, man, I don't even know how to like post an Instagram post with a link in it. That's not the text with HTTPS. That's where I'm at. It's like I feel behind in like how to share this stuff. So,
all right. Well, that's why we're here. We're here as a circle, as a community. You ask those questions, buddy. We'll make sure we can do everything we can to make it special, and that you can learn. Well done. I wanted to give two. So wait, my second one was this. Again, we don't even know if it's true. Oh my gosh.
Blaze in the supermarket. Oh,
Blaze,
I love it.
Blaze, you have to be shirtless in this.
More, this is a nutritious snack that will get you lots of protein and peanut butter, and you never know what's going to happen. We have today, my beautiful wife. We got some Doritos.
Ooh, it's my thing.
Have you guys ever tried this Celsius? It's the best one that you could ever get.
Yes, Celsius.
No, it's
Oh,
+1 for Celsius.
Siggies.
Was that condoms?
And lots. Get a lot of trouble if I was buying stuffed Oreos for the kids. I'm just jumping in here before I get to the grocery store, but I want to say I'm thankful for you guys.
Worst day.
I was thankful for this moment. This is great.
I am thankful for the vision of maybe what it looks like walking past that aisle and looking down and seeing Blaze talking to the macaroni and cheese across from whatever food you're at right now.
The motherfucker. I'm cursing a lot. I'm sorry. Let me take a step back. I'm talking to the Nutella Go. So.
Yeah, it looks like he's in the cracker and cookie aisle.
Yeah.
I want you to interview someone. That's what I want right now.
Ask the next person if they're a dad or mom.
Why the fuck are you buying it? Just kidding. There's nobody.
Don't you have a family? Why are you here?
Hey, sir, why are you at the store on Thanksgiving morning? What did you forget?
Are you in trouble too?
First of all, those are great questions, I think.
I have to go. Like, happy, awful, but awful. Guys,
sorry, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
This is great. I love our mornings. These little segments have to be called Flavors of Blaze because they end up being so short, but they're so great. I mean, it wouldn't be the same without the flavor of Blaze. Who knows when he's going to come? We got Keith in the house this morning. My goodness, K-Save. When I think of K-Save, I just think of hugs. Thanks, K-Save. We appreciate
Big,
you.
giant teddy bear.
Wait, hold on. This is it. This was my second one. So the first one was Thanksgiving was once a fast day. I don't believe it. And I want to get that fact checked.
Oh, wait,
the other one.
But I like that. I like that it was there's nothing less satisfying than like being full by 3 o'clock and then, oh, there's more turkey and more food. It's just,
we haven't even got to dessert yet.
I don't like being stuffed on Thanksgiving.
Totally.
I like to be hungry on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, people feel as if you have to. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. But hey, so on the opposite end of this, the first TV dinner was Thanksgiving inspired. Did you know that? Did you know that?
TV dinner. Oh, that sounds familiar.
Wait, you can't tell us that you're old and then be like, TV dinner, what's that?
I was trying to figure out what came first, the Thanksgiving or the TV dinner. Obviously, the TV dinner, right?
Yes, definitely the TV dinner. But reading verbatim, in 1953, Swanson accidentally ordered too many frozen turkeys. They ordered 260 tons of turkeys after Thanksgiving. And then they didn't want to waste all of that. So to avoid wasting them, they created the first ever TV dinner, sparking a convenience food revolution. I may say that this may have been the start of some sort of like overly processed eating. I'm just going to say that. Everyone says it's like happened at like the 70s-ish, kind of around there. They're going to blame the food pyramid. I'm going to blame Swanson's because they ordered too many turkeys. That's what I'm going to say. Okay.
We're not getting a Swanson sponsor.
That conspiracy theory. I think you're totally correct. I definitely blame the 50s. Spam, olive loaf, Jell-O, probably World War II.
Well,
there's a lot of things
but Spam was a product of war.
Yeah, and it's delicious. Have you had it?
No, I don't need to. Like, there's never been a void. I'm like, Spam's gonna fill this.
It's good with mustard and a pickle and some brie cheese. And I know you like brie, but that is a really tasty snack. Anyway, continue with your conspiracy theories.
No, I just wanted to because we can keep going, and that's the thing. Anyway, so that's just what I needed. I think those are great. I've been trying to get onto my X account and repost this stream. I haven't done it yet. If everyone else can, I so appreciate that. I'm gonna say that more often, so everyone just get ready for that. Okay, that's what we need. We need to be saying that more often. It's just what we got to do. All right, this is also what I want right now. I want to make sure that I am asking this question, and we did. We asked it in our private chat, in our Daily Dads chat, in our little group, right? Everyone, think about this, please. How has your family kept you grounded or helped you focus on what really matters? It's Thanksgiving. What's one way that they've made you feel better about yourself, about life? But what's really one way that they've made you better at what you do? I'd like to hear from you, men. I can also repeat it.
I got you, and I'm on the same page. I see what page you're on, and I'm on it. Dom, did you do the reading today? Because I enjoyed it, and it was a nice little factoid about Hamilton, because we did go see it, and it was cool. I always get the guy's name mixed up though.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this story because we got to see it live, and we saw it when I didn't really know a whole lot about Hamilton. It had just come out, and it was like the first thing where it was the first time I went to a play, and within the first 10 seconds, I was locked into it just because of the music. And it was really cool to learn about that little tidbit where he had his kid 2 weeks before the grand opening. I thought I appreciated that lesson. As somebody who sometimes does stuff and is sometimes creative, when I think back to like my 20s, when I was just kind of like not really sure where to focus my energy. Mm-hmm. I think without like a family or at least like a close group, I think I just kind of would have been unfocused in a lot of different areas. It definitely helps put a cap on where I put my energy and gives me some kind of a driving purpose to finish something. I think that all works well, and I think the reading, because of that, kind of summarizes what the family can do for like I don't know, I guess creative profession. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I get that.
That was great. If no one knows what we're talking about right now, the Daily Dad, the meditation today, this is all because of Dom. We're at 183 days of doing this because Dom told us to. But what the reading was today is that the reading today was all about how our family is not holding us back. And that's what Jason was just saying. Because right when Hamilton was about to come out and Lin-Manuel Miranda had, put this all together, he had a child days before. And so it's something where what he was talking about more or less was the fact that he was grateful that he had his kids because of all the things that come along with a show opening, parties and interviews and all this kind of stuff. And so what he was saying, what Lin-Manuel Miranda was saying, was that he was grateful because he knew he needed 8 hours of sleep. And I don't really know why he said that. I'm assuming it's more for his health. That wasn't really related to his family. But he was like, I got to get 8 hours of sleep. I guess for my health, I'm going to be changing diapers. So when I'm asked to go to a party, an after party, or this or that, whatever else was going on, I'm saying no because I have to go do those things. And because of that, because he had to go home and he wasn't doing so much, he felt that it made him more successful coming out of it. Dom, does that happen with you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's times when it happens, like specifically like Christmas parties or stuff like that. I think in general it just happened like the day or the year I became a parent, because I don't know that, I had any sort of direction at that time, and it just kind of put me in a position where it's like, okay, now I have this kid, this wife, I got to do, like we got to start making something, so I'm as far as the day to day, I mean, I think what Jason said it best, is like it puts a cap on where you spend your energy. Like, I liked that phrase, like that kind of hit me well. I know I have to reserve something, and so I get to a point at work where I've accomplished enough for the day, because there's a never-ending list of things to do, but I got to put a cap on it because I still need to go home and be a dad, be a husband, clean the house, take care of things, whatever. So yeah, I like that part of what Jason said. That was a good one.
Yeah, you know what? Does this resonate with you guys too? I feel as if my life was always I really don't want to be out that late right now, but I feel like I have to because of my friends, and like I have to be social. And I feel like with my kids, it did give me an excuse. Not that my kids are an excuse, just I guess dad life is. I mean, at some point I know I was saying that, I cannot operate in the morning. I cannot have my morning routine if I'm hungover, if I'm overly tired, right? And now it's becoming more of a like, okay, now we want to be like a healthy role model for the kids too. So I think all those things I definitely agree with, and it is an important one.
Yeah, and they've also, I think they've also grounded me in I don't know if grounded's the right word, but stuff like this, and like a heavier appreciation for like the smaller things, or just going out and re-experiencing things that I've already like. Sometimes you get to a point where you've seen it all, right? But like then you have this kid and you're like, well, now I get to show you it all. And so you basically redo life through their eyes. So like riding a bike for the first time, going to a river or a lake, or this or that. So kind of brings you back to some of the fun stuff you used to do, or that you've already done, but maybe you wouldn't have done had you not had a kid.
Dude, totally. I hear that 100%. It's like they kind of push you back into your childhood, and you're like, being an adult sucks sometimes. And so
yeah, let's go boogie boarding again.
Yeah, right. I think it's just so necessary. I mean, more times than not, I'm like, yeah, I didn't know I want to do a puzzle. Thanks so much. Let's do another puzzle. That happens more often than I think sometimes. And then I'm like, maybe I'm not cut out for this other stuff. So sometimes the puzzle is hard. So that's always really good. But I think that's where the kind of landing for today. I think we definitely were able to kind of cover on the reading. That was good. Jason, thank you so much for doing that. But, you know, if I can just take that moment for like extreme gratitude right now, definitely grateful for the kids and just reminding me what's important. And I think how Dom put it is even better. That speaks even more to me. But you know, I think that when the kids are making us laugh, when they're challenging us, when they're challenging me, at least I'll speak for me. But you know, when it's the kids that are keeping me like connected to even family, or reminding me how important friends can be, like all those things. Like I would not be reminded of that if my kids weren't around. My wife does it sometimes, but my kids definitely do it too. And so, you know, I think that the idea here, and this is a constant thought for me, especially like sometimes I'll be like, oh man, I got to get the kids right now, like in the middle of the day when I feel like I'm just ramping up for work and getting creative and being efficient with my day. But, you know, I think that I remind myself that like my kids are not the noise. They are not the distraction. You know, it's the other things in life that really are, and that what matters most to the kids. So that is something that definitely helps me.
One thing that I'd add to that is I agree with what you were saying. And I did not always think that way. I would never, ever see my family as a distraction ever. But there was a time where it was like, I was really trying to find like the time of day where, you know, I'd be the most creative or the most productive. And I was always looking at that as a give and take, not as like one feeding the other. Like when I said before that, you know, having kids and getting up at a certain time, going to bed at a certain time puts a cap at your energy. It's also like, oh yeah, the cap is there so I can save some for the next day, because I'm not going to spend my entire day like in my studio. I don't want to do that. I'm going to like burn myself out.
Mm-hmm.
And then while I'm down here, it's like, okay, I could be doing this. I have to be really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got a lot of syllables in it. I'll just use focus for now. I have to be really focused down here. So like efficiency, it's all about like efficiency. It's like I have to be efficient with my time so I can be efficient with my family. So I can like gain whatever inspires me to bring it down to my studio and do my work here. It's like it's a nice big cycle, and it always changes, and I really enjoy that. And I'm thankful today specifically for my family for giving me the opportunity to be like that.
Yeah, it definitely pushes us into a different schedule, one that I think benefits most of us. Nice, Jason. I think that you said that so well.
Thank you.
Are you having people over today?
Yeah, we're going to be bombarded by people around 3:00 today. Maybe not bombarded. I think we have more kids than adults showing up today. We are like half kid proofing our house. We are taking care of the meats and the drinks, and then we are asking our guests to take care of sides and whatnot.
Nice. Dom, what's your favorite side?
It's going to be loud.
My favorite side? I don't know.
Your favorite
I
side?
kind of like it all. The biggest one was always candied yams when I was growing up.
Wow, so traditional.
Burnt marshmallow on top.
Agreed.
You know.
I like that. I'm about
And
it.
I know at some point it was funny. It used to be like more marshmallow than yam on my plate. And then I've noticed it transitioned the other direction as I've gotten older. I feel like that's me maturing. That I could actually eat a spoon of yam without marshmallow is Thanksgiving maturity in my mind. But yeah, I dig the green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, like all the normal stuff. But I also like it when someone brings something a little different.
Yeah. If I had to choose right now, I feel like I would probably go to, I can't get out of my head, so it must be it. I'm going to go traditional. I'm going to go with stuffing, although some stuffing, it's questionable, and then mashed potatoes that are made really well. So like, I don't think I really have mashed potatoes at any other point in my year. So it's mashed potato day for me. So what's happening?
I'm going to say I agree. I like both of yours. I think both of yours are good. I like the controlled chaos of anything cranberry because it can either be way too much really quick, but like just the right amount, just a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tart, makes all the salty things taste really good together.
That's a good point. You know what? I feel like the cranberry on the plate is a little bit like our kids. Stay with me. Cranberry on your Thanksgiving plate, I think, brings some perspective. Everything's going to be a little bit fatty. It's going to be somewhat salty. But then you have a little bit of cranberry, like, oh, man, I didn't realize how salty and savory and all these things were, right?
What's this cold jelly amongst everything that's warm and fluffy, right?
Totally. Yeah. It makes you appreciate the other food around it, right?
And
Does it not?
sometimes you might even include it in some of your food.
This year, because of you two, I will put some cranberry on my plate for the first time ever.
Yes, and if you can, picture it as if eating your children, because I think that the perspective is the same thing as our children. And then tell your children to eat it if they can, and say, "Eat yourselves." If you were cranberry sauce, would you eat yourself?
So the reason why I don't like cranberry is for a simple fact that my mom always used to have those juices in the house that were like cran apple, cran whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the cran always, I felt like always made it taste like shit.
Way too much cran. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I love apple juice. I love orange juice. I love all these other juices, but like she'd get this thing called cran, and I'm like, it doesn't taste good. So, but I think that was just her way of getting juice that we wouldn't drink.
Yeah, hard agree on that for sure. Yeah, they would shove cranberry in everything. Isn't there a comedian that makes the joke like that? It's like cran apple, cran grape, cran banana, whatever. I feel like it was like either Brian Regan or
try cran raspberry.
Who's the pasty white guy? I always forget his name.
I don't know.
The Hot Pockets guy.
I'm not up on my
Regan?
comedians these days.
So about Brian Regan?
No, not Brian Regan. Not Bill Burr.
You want to know who my neighbor is, by the way?
Yes, Gaffigan.
That's it. You know who my neighbor is over here?
Jim Gaffigan?
Mike Birbiglia. You guys familiar?
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him before.
Yeah.
Necrolepsy, sleeping disorder.
My God, you just said it so wrong that now I can't think of the right word. Narcolepsy.
Necrolepsy? Is that something?
Yeah, and do you guys know like what his major focus is in like some of his jokes? Like narcolepsy is one of them because he actually had a off-Broadway show that was about that. But his other thing, it's like heavily on pizza. Did you know that?
Didn't know.
Yeah, and so he lives right next to one of the most popular pizza spots in all of the area, like all of New York. And so it's really funny. I just always think about it, and I think he purposely put himself there. I think he bought out the next house over here. So anyway, guys, top of the hour right now. Guys, do you have any parting thoughts? Couch, any parting thoughts that we can definitely share for you as well?
Yeah, just enjoy your family today, everybody.
I would say
don't take it easy, take it slow.
Well, Jason, I think Dom was just Dom was talking.
Oh no, I'm good.
I just kept saying the same word over again. Nobody heard what Dom said. Dom, please repeat yourself because I'm a jerk.
I was just saying it, you know. It's the day.
It's going to be a good day.
And
get interrupted by people.
Paul, not Luigi's. Although the Luigi's, I actually would say, because I'm a street pizza person, I think that Luigi's is better than oh my goodness, why am I forgetting the name right now? Than
Necrolepsy.
It's not here. Whatever. Well, we're gonna go to Luigi's. That's where we're gonna go. God. Okay, we should leave. Guys,
Oh, man.
we hope that your mugs stay full of coffee today. Maybe a Bloody Mary. I don't know. And your hearts full of gratitude. It is the day for it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow morning. And talk to you later. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See you guys.